Hello, happy Friday, welcome to the big match preview. This weekend, AFC Bournemouth travel to Manchester City. Should we send it?
Yeah.
Is there any point?
I don't know.
We're going to the Etihad. We're facing Manchester City. Welcome, this is Back of the Net. My name's Sam Davis.
My name's Tom Jordan.
We played another side from the Northwest in the week, and it was the Carabao Cup. Bournemouth went out. You've probably seen our review, have you? Have you not? Click the card at the top of the screen. You can see it there. 20 minutes that briefly sums up the highs and lows of that EFL Cup exit. However, the Premier League, a team that we've never beaten in the Premier League. Manchester City, treble winners, unstoppable. Well, they're not unstoppable. Certain teams have got results against them, including a certain Gary O'Neill. However, look, it's going to be a tough challenge. Look, if you're a Manchester City fan, there are reasons why you might want to keep your eyes on this channel over the next few days. I think we picked up some Man City subscribers from last time round, so thank you so much. But, Tom, we've got a few videos that they might be interested in, including one that gets posted literally after the final whistle.
Yes, the old fan cams, where we get the fan reaction to our victory. But yeah, you can see the reaction straight after the game, and then you got the match day vlog that will come out the next night. Then we go dissect it a bit more with a second look. Monday evening normally that comes out, and then we've got the Premier League show as well. So there's loads of stuff, and we do that very regularly. So yeah, we talk about City a lot because they're quite good.
And also on Wednesday we might be doing a cheeky away day review show as well, and it's slightly different to last season as well because we're going to be rating it in a different way. Look, this is going to be a tough game. Our side have come away from Manchester, the City side, with a point, albeit it was at Main Road. That was in Division 2 in 1989. Mel Machin was Manchester City manager. We got Melly Machin on the bench. Right.
I wasn't born.
Do you want to know what happened last time we went to the Etihad? Press play. From the other side now, Kevin De Bruyne slots it through, Phil Foden into the back of the net. Okay, first things first, that was a hot day.
It was hot.
It was really hot.
The mad thing about it is, I remember coming out of that going, that'll do. That's how good they are. Because we stopped Haaland, didn't we?
Yeah, we did stop Haaland.
For a while, we were only team that had stopped him for a long time. I say stopped him, just he didn't score. But other players did.
Pep Guardiola's side now have won the Premier League title for the last 3 seasons. In his time at the club, he's won the title 5 times out of 7 seasons. This time round, though, myself and Tom, we're going to discuss whether there could be any challenges to him this season or whether they will do what they usually do and just continually pump out the results and then reign supreme at the end of the season. They're doing okay this season, though. Here is the Premier League table now. Look, they are 2 points behind Tottenham Hotspur, who are still unbeaten, as are Arsenal, of course. But Manchester City, their last 4 games, mate, 2 W's, 2 L's, albeit one of them was against Arsenal. One of them was against Wolves.
Exactly. You never know.
What went wrong for them in that game? Because, surely we need to adopt whatever Gary O'Neill did. Can we just get him back for 1 game?
I think, they missed so many chances. Wolves done really well. Game plan was good. But, I think I don't even think they had 2 shots on target because one was an own goal. But they took a couple of opportunities and then defended really, really well. So, yeah, credit to them. And I think so many teams try that against City. Occasionally one's going to come off, and obviously Wolves managed to do it. But to be fair, it's a few games I remember at Sheffield United, they nearly Sheffield United nearly done the similar thing, but City's quality shone through. But yeah, they went out of the cup as well. Like I say, we've had a cup game this week. They haven't. So, you know, they have been beaten a few times this season. But my worry was, well, I say my worry, the thing with City is I always feel like they're going to just get stronger and stronger and stronger. Because you got to remember, last season, Arsenal were top of the league for the majority. And then City come through when they need to. And they've just got it. So, yeah, they won't be concerned that they're 2 points off and they've lost a couple of games.
Is it fair to say that the only way you can really beat them is just to be a counter-attacking side? You've got to have that low block to some extent, but then take your chances. And that's where you really need some pace. So it's important that we've got to have some pacey wingers.
Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah, you've got to soak it up a little bit. I mean, if City fans don't know, we're a completely different side the way we play now. So it will be interesting to see how we go about it. Because we will probably try and play a bit more, which is difficult against City. I don't think we'll have, obviously, much of the ball. But, yeah, you've got to get, and like Wolves did, you're not going to get many chances. You're not going to have many openings. So, God, have you got to be clinical when you get them. You know, if you get an opportunity, you've got to stick it in. And you've got to be, obviously, clinical in your own box as well. But, yeah, it's very, very difficult. It feels like there's a tiny percent that can get something. But, listen, it's football. You never know. And I know we've never, in the Premier League, got a draw off them, but you never know. It's got to happen at some point.
It's got to happen at some point. So let's talk me through the results then. Started off with the Community Shield. They obviously went out on, it was pens actually.
Yeah,
Arsenal won 4-1 there, but then in the league, it's fair to say they started pretty strong.
Yeah, pretty comfortable. Win at Burnley as expected, 3-0. They ended up winning the Super Cup as well, didn't they?
Did,
yeah, won that on penalties. Beat Newcastle in as I say, they just got past Newcastle, just got past Sheffield United. Even though they were good in them games, they weren't as clinical. And then they went on 1-5-1 against Fulham. You go, they're back. Went West Ham, beat them comfortably. Won in the Champions League, beat Forest. You thought, here we go. And then Newcastle knocked them out of the League Cup. And you kind of thought, okay, it's League Cup, you know, Newcastle good side. That's probably just a little blip. And then they lost to Wolves. And you're thinking, hang on a minute. And then they obviously lost to Arsenal as well in the league. Yeah. And I think what people didn't realise is how key Rodri was. Because Rodri being out, they really missed him, particularly in that Arsenal game. I thought it was quite obvious. But, you know, they've got the win against Brighton and absolutely battered United, which is a game they want to win comfortably, which they did. And Rodri's back now. They're looking really good. They've got loads of options. You look at their subs bench and it's a joke, whatever it is, to be honest with you. And that's without Kevin De Bruyne at the moment as well. But yeah, they're looking good. A few new players in there, like people like Doku and that, and Gvardiol down that left side have been really impressive. So yeah, and I think the thing is, when you have teams that play such good football and stuff like City do, you always think, yeah, but is there a weakness at the back? And it just doesn't feel like there is. They're quite solid as well. So, yeah, they're looking in good shape, mate. Like I say, they've had a tiny mini blip, even though calling it that just shows the quality and the standards they have. But, yeah, top side is always no surprise.
In terms of incomings and outgoings, they've had a few that went out.
Yeah, they had a few that went out. Mahrez, obviously going. You thought, that was a bit of a surprise, but you know, you knew it wouldn't affect them too much. But most clubs, if you lose Riyad Mahrez, it's going to cause you a lot of problems. It hasn't really with them, but yeah, I was a little bit surprised that they kind of allowed him to go, really, or he chose to go, however you want to look at it. I think coming in the door, though, what they've done really well is Matheus Nunes and Kovacic are two players that you wouldn't expect really for him to go for. And it hasn't started amazingly for him, but you just feel like they'll come in and out of the team and just do what Pep wants him to do really, really well. So yeah, I think they're kind of clever signings from him. Obviously mentioned Doku, I think is going to be a real player for him. And Gvardiol at the back as well is a good player.
He came from League One, didn't he?
Yeah, that's right. But yeah, as I say, they let Mahrez go. And Cole Palmer was surprised on right at the end of the window. I think it might have even been deadline day. And Chelsea love him. But yeah, I think he was always going to get a bit more game time there. And obviously they lost the experience of Gundogan, which was always going to, it would affect, again, a bit like Mahrez, you think that's going to affect any team. It doesn't really feel like that with City, but Gundogan always got some crucial goals for him and was always, like in big games, you'd always see him in the team. So be interested to see when they have bigger games and them kind of games in the latter stages of, say, the Champions League and going for the title, whether they will miss that in there or if people like Kovacic and Nunes can step up a little bit.
Do you want a little possession-based stat? In their last 4 games, their possession was actually less than 60%.
Really? That does
Which
surprise me.
actually, so they're sort of giving teams a little bit more of the ball. So it's important that when we do have it, we utilise it well. But City have roughly the same percentage of attempts taken and conceded from open play. AFC Bournemouth have a lower percentage of attempts from set plays, but a higher percentage conceded from set plays.
That does shock me. God, just that one.
Really does. Let's check out our head to... Oh, is there any point?
Head to
Look,
head.
let's just have a look. Let's just
Right.
put the graphic on screen. Right, there you go. In all away league games against City, Bournemouth have drawn 1, lost 8, and... Yeah, in all competitions, Bournemouth have... Yeah, look, it's not very good, is it? We've lost 17, drawn 2, 1-0 in all competitions. In a minute, Tom, I'm going to ask you for which players we should look out for.
Oh, who should we look out
before
for?
that, we'll go through the Manchester City team news. Of course, one of their big losses this season has been Kevin De Bruyne, but hasn't really affected them that much, has it?
No, it hasn't. And obviously, he's going to add a lot of quality when he's back, and we all know that. And he is one of the best players in the league. But they have got so many players, as we mentioned, that can kind of do that role. Maybe not to his level, but people like Bernardo Silva always seem to step up. It was interesting to see that actually they probably just miss Rodri more. And apart from that, they can kind of replace anyone. Don't get me wrong, it's scary thought to think they're doing as they're doing, and De Bruyne is yet to come. He's going to come back. So yeah, we know his quality, and he's hurt us a few times. So I'll take him being out anyway.
But do you think this season they've got more pressure on them? Obviously, look, they won the treble last year, and that's all they can get this season as well, given they're out of the Carabao Cup. But I don't know, it just feels like there are more teams in and amongst it this season. Liverpool on an upwards trajectory, as we said in our last Premier League show. Spurs are the surprise package. Arsenal are still there and thereabouts. Do you think that these teams might be able to challenge them for longer?
Maybe. I weirdly, I look at it differently sometimes. I think when they did lose it, say lose it like the title's theirs, but that's how it feels. When Liverpool won it, it was literally a two-horse race. Well, it was just Liverpool and City, and Liverpool were brilliant. I think sometimes because City are so good, if there's a lot in the pack, so at the moment, as you said, you would say Tottenham, Arsenal and Liverpool are in the hunt, then that's just 3 teams that can all take points off each other, and City can just go, like there's 3 teams scrapping to compete with City. Sometimes I think it can work the other way, and actually that's better for City. It remains to be seen at the moment, but as I say, when they didn't win it, Liverpool, it was just one challenger, and it was just them 2 scrapping it out. So yeah, we'll see. But at the moment, I would still at this current moment, just into November, would be surprised if City don't win the league.
Okay, well, let's have a look at AFC Bournemouth team news. Andoni Iraola yesterday spoke to the media. We know that Marcus Senesi was back available for the Liverpool game. Lewis Cook, this is his last game serving suspension. Mark Travers is available again, but I suspect he would be on the bench because Radio, I don't think, has really done much wrong. Lloyd Kelly, he wasn't included in the lineup in the week, and I'm seeing worrying tweets. I think yesterday, Fabrizio Romano tweeted about a number of clubs being interested in him. I know that when the transfer window was open over the summer, Spurs were rumoured to be interested, and I just put that down to lazy transfer tittle-tattle from the likes of The Sun and The Mirror, etc. But no. But it's not only Spurs that are interested.
No, I think it's Spurs, Liverpool, Newcastle, AC Milan, Juventus.
Newcastle doesn't surprise me.
No, true. But yeah, it's we shouldn't be surprised. We shouldn't be surprised that contract at the end of the season. So we'll see what happens. I don't know the guy, but I would like to think that even if Lloyd Kelly is going at the end of the season or January or whatever, that he'll be reliable. If he puts on a Bournemouth shirt, he'll be absolutely fine. He's always come across as a model pro, in my opinion.
His contract runs out end of next summer. So does that mean we would manage to get anything for him?
No, I don't think so. No, he can talk to clubs. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, like I say, I think if he plays, I think he'll be absolutely fine. But it was just, and I don't want to look into it too deeply because no one thought it was any problem that he wanted in the Liverpool squad. You're always going to rest someone, especially as centre half when we got quite a lot available.
Yeah.
So, but now I'm just starting to think, oh God, he's not like thinking because he's talking to other clubs or going to or definitely going to go, not signing a new deal, etc. Is Andoni thinking I'll leave him out? Well, we'll have to see. At the moment, I'm going to stick positive and think no, he's going to be here and he'll fight for us until he does go. I don't think it's a surprise. I always felt he'd probably go.
I think Lloyd Kelly will be keen to impress and will be wanting to justify being included in the thoughts of the recruitment teams at all these different clubs. Therefore, he will want to put in a good performance, and he don't want to lose his stock by putting in bad showings in the Premier League, no less. So I think we'll certainly get the best out of him. I would like him to stay personally, but it's a funny one because. Not long ago, fans, including us, were saying how frustrated we've been by him, etc. But it's clear now how important he is for the side, and his pace more than anything.
Yeah, no, exactly. His pace factor compared to our other centre halves as well is really helpful. And you do wonder, and I don't blame me if he is, if his performance levels have coincided with knowing that he's going to get a move. I mean, you got to remember, Billing signed a new deal, so you think, okay, he's staying. Blah. And Lloyd never signed one, so I always thought he's probably going to go unless we hear he suddenly signed a new deal. I can't see how he stays. So yeah, he's our big player that's out of contract. So yeah, it wouldn't shock me too much. I mean, don't get me wrong, we have recruited in that position with obviously Marcos Senesi and Ilya Zabani not long ago. And you got to remember their ages. Especially Zabani's a young player. They're obviously hoping for more from him. Meps is doing all right. I know that, don't get me wrong, he's not Lloyd Kelly, but I know James Hill has been performing brilliantly for Blackburn, and that's a young player that we signed for the future. So I think we've probably in the background known that Lloyd might not sign a new deal. It's a shame that it's going to be another one like Jefferson Lerma that is worth an absolute, a lot of money to the football club. Is a really big asset, and unfortunately we're going to lose him for nothing probably. But
and look, players can't stay forever, because if we all had our way, Steve Fletcher would be pulling on the shirt this Saturday, right?
I'd rather him come off the bench of Kiefer, I've got to be honest.
Ooh,
I didn't mean that. I just mean they're the same type of player, same sort of. He was just leaving in the air, old big man.
And he just understood the club inside out. That's exactly what you meant. Do you want to know who the referee is?
Nope.
Well, that's Paul's son.
Well played. I didn't even know you were I set you up there without even knowing I was setting you up. Oh, thank you. It's Craig, isn't it, his first name? Why do I know that? I don't even know what he looks like. You
just love everyone called Craig.
Yeah, obviously.
He was in charge of our home games
with
Arsenal.
Who was the first person? Because the first person I thought was Craig David. I like playing that game. You just say a name. You go, who's the first person to think of? I just went, Craig. Suddenly just thought Craig David.
I like Craig Foster from school.
Who's he?
Exactly.
Nice guy?
Can't think of any other Craigs.
He's a nice guy?
Yeah, lovely guy.
Yeah. Craig Foster. Get in the comments if you still watching. You never know, you might be watching. Right, Pawson.
Home games with Arsenal last season.
Right, we got battered,
Yeah. Everton at home.
What, the win? Last season?
Well,
I haven't played at home this season, but nice, take that.
Away games at Newcastle last season.
I gave him a pen though.
Yeah, you did.
Point though.
I presume that wasn't the EFL Cup. I believe that was the Premier League.
Oh, okay.
And Brighton. Away at Brighton.
Okay. It's what it is. It is what it is. I mean, I'm sure. But it doesn't matter anyway, because if they get it wrong, we got VAR.
Yeah.
That would just really quickly go, right, that's the right decision. Sorted. No controversy needed.
Well, they're taking their time now. They're getting the right decision. So even if we have to be there till Sunday, I don't care. Right, Man City's team. Let's go for it now. Right, okay, 4-2-3-1 then, mate. I mean, talk me through what Pep's going to do.
I mean, he's got so many options. I'll be absolutely shocked.
Has he, though?
I'll be shocked if I get this 11 out of 11. Yeah. But, I'm going to put him in kind of a 4-2-3-1, but it's Man City. They can do what they want, really. They won't look like, we won't know what they are. Edison will be in goal, I'm sure. But even that, sometimes they go, actually, we'll just chuck Ortega in for a game. So we'll see. But I'm going to go Edison.
They have got some difficult fixtures ahead of us. So it's going to be so important that they don't drop the ball, against us. Yeah, so they're going to go relatively strong.
I think they'll be fine.
So in defence?
In defence, I'm going to go Kyle Walker at right back.
He's all right.
He's decent.
He's okay.
I'm going to go, like I said, I've got loads of options, but I'm going to go Stones and Diaz.
I think Stones is excellent, by the way.
Yeah, I love Stones.
Stones is super.
Diaz, and Gvardiol's played lately, but I'm going to go for Nathan Ake against his old club. I think they'll chuck him in. He's had a bit of a breather lately.
Bloody love him.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see him anyway. I think he'll probably be at left back.
I'm wondering if Ake's in a dangerous position of sort of being left behind a little bit.
Do you think?
Yeah.
I think he's almost stepped up.
Yeah, he stepped up, but he's got more competition now on that side. I just wonder, could he be? I don't know. I just really hope he sort of continues to cement his place like he certainly did last season. Yeah. He hasn't been involved much this season so far.
Not as much, no. And what you're saying is we're going to lose Lloyd Kelly, and if Ake needs a loan, welcome.
Come back.
Midfield, kind of the two. Obviously, Rodri will be the one sat there, and Bernardo Silva a little bit deeper as well. That was going off last time, wasn't it? I think they thought he was going to leave at that point. They played him at the start of last season, but he's been sensational. Goes under the radar for me. I'm going to go for Foden off that right side.
He's all right.
I'm actually going to go Doku off the left. They've played Grealish recently, but I think they might give Doku a chance against us because
his feet move
it might help him.
I
think I think Alvarez has done really well in that kind of 10 role behind the main man, Haaland.
So this is going to be Max Aaron's biggest, and whoever plays on the left, whether it's so
and in the middle.
We'll find out. Yeah. Oh my God.
Everywhere. I cannot wait for Chris Meppen to pocket Haaland, by the way.
Right.
But yeah.
He did that last season.
Yeah, kind of.
Is he playing this week though? Is Bournemouth?
Oh yeah.
4-2-3-1.
Yeah. Yeah, difficult because we've played in midweek. I know City haven't, but we had cup competition to deal with. So we might have some. Andoni's kind of said, we're gonna have to look. It's a quick turnaround. So we're not privy to know which ones are more fatigued than others. So we'll go off the fact that there's no actual injuries. Radu will be in goal, as you briefly mentioned. He'll be staying in there. I think Max Aaron's come back in at fullback, even though I thought Smithy done fine against Liverpool. I think he'll go Zabani and Mepham again. Yeah. Like he did in the last league game, and Kelly at left back. Even though I thought Kirk has done really well.
So Kelly's got Foden, Aaron's has got Doku.
Yeah, that's what I think we'll go with. I think as long as he hasn't, he isn't too tired or picked up a knock, Alex Scott has to play. Yeah. Probably playing there with Billing.
He's young, mate. He can do whatever he wants.
And then obviously we know we've got Lewis back after this game as well. So yeah, Alex Scott and Billing I think will go there. Tavernier off that right side cutting in. Semenyo off the left side cutting in. Christie for his work rate. And Dom Solanke up front. So yeah, I think we'll go. That is unchanged from the side that won our first game against Burnley. So I think we will. I think we will. That if, like I say, no injuries and that. There's a part of me thinks could you put Kirkes in? I'm not sure. You could even, if that team, you could even take out say a Christie and put Kirkes in and go 5 because you're playing City. But I don't think he will. So yeah, I'm going to go with that one, mate. Anyway, but yeah, not entirely sure. Okay,
there you go. I want your predictions now. And look, you know who you are. I think Bournemouth are going to win 2-0. I think Bournemouth are going to sneak in. Come on, with your head rather than your heart. Tell me what you think. Whilst you're doing that, I want to come to Tom and ask him what you're thinking, mate. I mean, look, you've got to be realistic here.
So do you want me to do... Because I always do the thing where I go, look, but I'm going to be really... I can't back against us. I always do that. But have I got to be really... Do you want me to be really what I think?
Yeah.
I think we might score.
Yes, I think we will.
Yeah, I don't know if that sounds... It's like, ooh, if we're going to score against... I do. I don't know why. I think we might nick a goal. But yeah, if I'm going with my head, I think... Well, I'll put it this way. I've done the old prediction Super 60 thing, so I'll just say what I've done on that, and that's 4-1.
I'll go for 3-1.
2?
I think...
2? Who's who? 3-1 or who?
It's Man City.
Yeah. Or... Oh, Man City, okay.
I can't. I would love to have that feeling of just getting a result. But
so hard against City.
Like, Wolves have shown it's possible. Wolves have shown it's possible. But a number of combinations have got to, they've got to have a bad day, and we've got to be absolutely on it. But we're not showing that merciless, ruthless streak up front in the final third at the moment to make me believe that we can really do something. But you never know. I've got hope. Yeah,
and I think if there's City fans still watching that as well, we obviously played Liverpool in the week at home. We actually played pretty well, I felt. Yeah, I thought so. We've spoke about it and thought we'd done quite well, and Liverpool weren't great, but they weren't great. We played pretty well. They still had too much. And I know it was only 2-1 and it was a worldie from Nunes in the end, but you feel like, God, they've got to have a real off day and we've got to be unreal to get a draw. It's going to be difficult, mate. And this is the hardest game of the season, in my opinion. Talk about form and whatever team, you wouldn't want to go to Tottenham at the moment, etc. But regardless, if you said to me, you could lose one game of the season, like it just doesn't happen, I'll go City away. I don't want to play City away. No. I don't want to go. I'm going. You're picking me up at like 6 o'clock in the morning. I don't want to be there.
I don't want to go to Manchester.
You know when you always go, well, we're definitely like we're doing now. Well, we're obviously going to lose. We're obviously going to lose. But then, if you didn't go because you go, we're obviously going to lose. What's the point? There's no point.
That's like Spurs last season.
Yeah. Well, what's the point? What's the point?
Liverpool at home.
Yeah, Liverpool at home, 4-3 win. Like you always go. There's just no chance. There might be that one. The first Premier League season played against Jose Mourinho away from home, 1-0 Glen Murray. Yeah. Never went into that thinking we'd get anything. There's always that little bit that just pulls me in. So I'll tell you what, I'll see you at 6 a.m. Come on, Bournemouth!
Up the chairs. See you at the Etihad. We can do this. Come on.
Oh, can we?
We can score.
I'm not even sure I'll do that.